Alright, first and foremost, I want to say Kalalal, Yahweh, Hashem, Yoshai, Hashem, Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Graven the Stone, and salutations to all the brothers that's pushing this work in all sincerity and in truth. And the brother Yahya from the James Kingston, Jamaica camp, here with a quick lesson. Now, the question was asked if there is any hope for any of the Edomites, which the Edomites are the so-called white people, as in the Caucasian race. And the question was asked if there is any hope of salvation for them. And the answer, the long and short of it, is that there is no hope for them. Right? And the only hope for salvation from this coming destruction is for the elect of the nation of Israel. Right? The elect of the nation of Israel are the ones that's going to be saved from the pending destruction. Right? What's remaining of all the other nations, then they shall be put into slavery under the nation of Israel. Right? But as for the so-called white man, when he is put into slavery after 1,000 years, he shall be eradicated. Thus say the scriptures. Now you ask if this is a just action from the Heavenly Father. So now let me first get why this is going to happen to the so-called white man. As in, this is Job 9 and get verse 24. Right? It says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Now the so-called white man is the ones that's ruling this earth right now. That is the wicked. That is how you identify the wicked. Right? This is Malachi 1 and 1. It said, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet he say, wherein as thou loved us, was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. The word indignations mean righteous anger, and the Heavenly Father has this righteous anger against the so-called white man, because he's the wicked. Right? He's the wicked that the Bible speaks about, and he needs to be eradicated for the salvation of this earth, man. Because if you don't get eradicated, the earth is going to be destroyed. Right? This is Book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 18. The nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged. and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them that destroy the earth. You see me? Because so-called white ones are the ones whose agenda is to completely destroy the earth. If the so-called white man was allowed to be in power for the duration that the Heavenly Father has, longer than the duration that the Heavenly Father has appointed unto him, right? There shall be no flesh left to be saved, thus say the scripture, right? So the Heavenly Father needs to be destroyed, the so-called white man, because all his mind is wickedness, yo. This is the book of Micah 2:1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. This is all is in the so-called white man's mind. Evil, and they work it upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in their power. It is in the power of their hand, right? This is what the so-called white man power is, man. His power is invested in wickedness, in immorality, in destruction, right? In perdition, right? They say, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. This is what the so-called white man is all about. He's about oppression. He's about destruction, man. And he needs to be eradicate this parasite from the face of the earth, so that the earth may flourish, right? The so-called white man is the one that destroyed the earth. He's the one that keeps putting the earth in turmoil, right? So that's why it is a just cause for the Heavenly Father to eradicate him from off the face of the earth. Let me say, exactly. This is the book of Isaiah 24:4. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do it languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Right? So this is what the so-called white man has caused to happen unto the earth. He has caused the earth to be drunken due to his pillaging of the earth. Right? That is what the so-called white man has caused. Plus, he has oppressed the people of the Heavenly Father, which are the true biblical Israelites. And the records bear witness of the atrocities that the so-called white man has committed unto the people of the Heavenly Father, and even of people of the other nations. Them, you see, namely the Moabites. They dropped bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You see, here it is, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. It's not load. Give me a minute. So what I did was that I looked up Hiroshima, Nagasaki bombing radiation effects, and these are some of the impacts that the so-called white man has caused on the face of the earth, giving people radiation disorders, basically, right? Not only that, look at what he did in the time of slavery. This was an event that happened close to the abolishing of slavery. This is what they call the Devil's Punch Bowl. Basically, it's a mass grave in Nushi, Mississippi. It's in Natchez, Mississippi. They call it the Devil's Punch Bowl of Natchez. So let me read a little bit of it. It said the Devil's Punch Bowl is a place located in Natchez, Mississippi, where during the Civil War, authorities forced tens of thousands of freed slaves to live into concentration camps. Westbrook adds that the Union Army did not allow them to remove the bodies from the camp. They just gave them shovels and said, bury him here where they drop. According to researcher Paula Westbrook. She researched through Adams County Sheriff's report from the time when the slaves were released from the plantations during the occupation. They overran Nazi, and the population went from above 10,000 to 120,000 overnight, Westbrook said. So basically what was happening is that as them get released from slavery, as in from the plantations, these wicked crackers gathered them into that area, man, which was a mass concentration camp. As in, so continuing says, so they decided to build an encampment for them at Devil's Punch Bowl, which they walled off and wouldn't let them go. Don Estes, former director of the Nazi City Cemetery, said, Estes said that the history research is his life. During his studies, he said he learned that Union troops ordered recaptured black men to perform hard labor. Women and children were all but left to die in the three punch bowls. And this is some of the atrocities that the so-called white man has caused. Not to even mention what he did to the American Indians when he came over here, man. First, he said that he made peace with them, but at the end, war was in his heart. You see it? And he slaughtered thousands, if not millions, of the so-called Native American Indians. That's what the so-called white man is, man. He's an oath breaker, man. See it? He's a parasite that keeps destroying and breaking bonds in the earth. That's what the so-called white man is. And if you have this level of immorality in the earth to stand, right, there shall be nothing that should maintain in a decent and proper order, according to the standard of the Heavenly Father. Therefore, the righteous needs to be implemented or placed on high, right? So when you ask if there is any hope for the so-called white man, no, there is none. There is no hope for the so-called white man, but only death and destruction. This is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 5. It says that the triumphing of the wicked will start up above a little bit. Alright, verse 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. The hypocrite, the so-called white man, is classified as a wicked and hypocritical man. This is their nature. You can't, scripture tells you, you cannot make straight that which is crooked. The so-called white man was born crooked, right? And him wicked, and him is a hypocritical man. The scripture tells you blatantly that the triumphing of the wicked, because he is the one that triumphing right now. He's the one that is in his glory right now, taking all the wealth of the earth and gathering it unto themselves. It says it is for a short time. It's short. And the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. So there's going to come a time when the wicked, the so-called white man, will be nothing but a vision of the night, like it was a bad dream, so to speak. Right? The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. And his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. Right? So the wicked is the one that is going to be eradicated. He shall perish forever like his own dung. Zine, he shall be wiped out of the history book, man. He shall be like a vision of the night, like a bad dream. That is what the scripture says. Because at the end of 1,000 years of slavery, hard labor, hard and intensive labor, right, is going to be eradicated. It's going to be gathered together, and burned, thus saith the word of the Heavenly Father, right? This is book of Obadiah 1. Started at verse start at verse 15. Kick it off from right. So, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. Yes, it is near upon all the heathen, because all inhabitants of the earth shall feel the blunt force of the day of the Lord. Thus saith the word. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Now all the heathens on the face of the earth has an hand in the captivity of the nation of Israel. The scripture tells us, the nation of Israel is the apple of the Most High eye. See? Now the difference is that the Heavenly Father placed us into bondage under the so-called white man. See? But the scripture tells us, he was but yet a little displeased with the nation of Israel, but this Esau furthered our affliction. That's what Esau did. He went above and beyond the means that the Heavenly Father was basically prepared to punish us, so to speak. See me? Say, for as he have drunk upon my holy mountain, it's like, so he said, scripture said, thy reward shall return upon thine own head. See? So the reward that the so-called white man, what he did, what he invested in destruction, there's something called karma that shall return unto his own head. He shall reap that threefold, right? To the point where he's going to be eradicated completely. And I'm going to read on. It says, for as he have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. They shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, right? And the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, because we are going to be the ones to put the heat upon Esau, man, so to speak, right? And Esau is going to be for stubble, and they shall kindle them. So we are going to gather all of them, bound them up, bind them up with chains, and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord had spoken it. So we are going to be the cleansing agent to eradicate this pest from off the face of the earth, man. Thus said the word of the Heavenly Father, and that is as righteous as it's going to be, man. To eradicate this pestilent fellow from off the face of the earth, this pest from off the face of the earth. Thus said the Heavenly Father. And with that, I want to say, Kalalal, Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, Bashem Makar, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Stone, and salutations to all the brothers that's pushing this work in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom.